game. Both teams didn't, give an inch, and we saw, you went 11 shooters deep. It was a great goaltending performance from both those guys. So unfortunately, they snuck one past us.
You feel like you sort of carried the action in the early going there. You feel like you missed an opportunity those first 7
Well, yeah, I think so, because we were going pretty good, and then we drew a couple penalties, and if we could hit on that, really, take it hopefully to another, sort of another level in terms of the energy and all that. And we didn't score, and it sort of actually they gave them some momentum. So, those are the ebb and flows of the game. But yeah, we sort of had a chance to maybe get in front of them, and we were skating pretty well and doing things right. It's no different than last game. I thought we were up 3-1 and couldn't get had some great chances, make it 4-1, and we kept it back in the game. That's sort of the same thing with the power play. You get momentum when your power plays clicks, and the penalty killers get momentum when you don't score. So,
would you think that Howard was doing particularly well in the shootout there?
He just moved really well. He was tracking the puck well. Both of them really did. We had him a couple times in terms of Gotch had him and threw the puck back into his pad. JP had him, and he just made just a second effort great save. And I thought Leggy had him. He went down early, and Leggy we were talking about before that we're going to pull it around him. And Leggy saw 5-hole, he shot for it, and he went down a little bit early, but we would have stayed maybe gone to his backhand and lifted it and gone. But he was just tracking the puck really well. But, didn't execute on our shootout exactly. So.
How many shooters deep are you typically think at the start of it?
3.
Just 3?
No, we probably. I talked with Mitch Korn, who looks at the other goaltenders and the type of style and tendencies and stuff. And we usually, before the game, probably about 5 guys deep and go from there.
Was Spalling in consideration? I know he did.
No.
He did a lot.
Not at that point. No. We still had a couple more to go.
Wow.
Talk about how big your penalty kill was in the second period.
That was really huge. We hit over the same thing. I thought we started getting some momentum back after we killed a couple penalties too in the second. So we got caught in a change one time that I thought was a little bit sloppy on our end, but overall I thought we defended pretty well. We skated pretty well, and I thought Howard made a huge save on Leggy with about 5 minutes to go in the game. So that's just good goaltending performances and 2 teams that weren't going to give an inch.
I think Cranston had a couple of pretty talented offensive players. Has he shown you something in
Well, yeah, he has. He's got really good hands, and he's got a wingspan that he could really pull a goalie right over. And he made a good shot. If he would have got a little higher, we might have had a chance. But yeah, he's been pretty good in shootouts when we do it just in practice.
Is the ice a little rough there tonight? The ice.
Well, I think it was. There's a big crowd, and the weather's been changing up and down a little bit. And both teams are skating hard, so towards at the end it was a little packed up, I guess.
The defense.
I don't get the skate on, so I can be real accurate on that.
The defense didn't.
And Calgary's loss, is it about as good a result you can have without a win?
It was probably the worst result that Calgary could have, in a sense that we got a point, and Detroit pulled away. So yeah, it puts them really in a tough spot. I think they got depending on what happens tonight, they might have to look at maybe Colorado or LA might if they have any hope. So both those teams are going pretty good. They got games in hand, so it's looking a little bleaker for Calgary.
The defense did a real good job of clearing the puck out in front of the net. There was virtually no second chance shots.
Yeah, there wasn't as many second chance shots, and that's what Detroit is really good at keeping pucks alive in the slot area, and they break you down defensively by throwing the pucks there and crashing the net. I thought we did a pretty good job.
Is that something you focused on before the game?
Yeah, we did actually. We tried to take a little bit of their game away, and I think we did a pretty good job in some areas. So, you never know. We might end up playing them in the playoffs again. So, it was a good game, both sides, and it was it was going to be tough to have a loser in that game. But you know, should you go 11 deep in a shootout? So it's there was just good goaltending in that. That's the way it is.
Okay, thank you.